Hello and welcome to the place where we highlight the talented, the interesting, and the entertaining from our area. A shout out to our great sponsors who are sticking with us here: Aaron Pools and Spas, Empire Ford, Duso and Zader, Lair Realty Partners, and Rose Homes Real Estate. Tonight, we have a great show. Outstanding singer, former Miss New Bedford, former Miss Fall River, and former American Idol contestant waiting in the wings. It is Marlena Johnson. How about that, Chops? Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, we have the sidekick of the century, the one and only Mr. Chops Turner. Yeah, Chops Turner. All right, we definitely want to send prayers to all, especially on this Memorial Day. Special shout out to a family member of mine, Joseph Mello, actually recovering from COVID-19. Also, Gene Daniel, fellow DJ, also recovering from COVID-19. So prayers and thoughts to everyone out there. But as you know, here we want to try to break away from that and do some light take on the headlines. Feel free to share. Hit that like button to kind of like force yourself to hit the like button, if that's all right. Want to see that little heart go by, so we know you're there. Also, send some positive comment. Hey, somebody said, "Hi, Uncle Chops."
Hey.
And by the way, let us know where you're watching from, because we've had people from Australia, Los Angeles, Texas, New York, all over the place. So let us know where you're watching from. And in just a moment, we'll be chatting with the one and only great guest tonight, Marlena Johnson. But first, Chops, you got to get a little quick catch up on the news. Is that all right, Chops? Should we do that?
Good. Do your thing, man.
Well, you're not going to believe this, but in other countries like Indonesia, caskets actually have glass on the front of them. Did you know that? I never knew that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, so recently, as they were bringing a casket to the cemetery, witnesses thought they saw the person in the coffin waving through the glass. So they asked the wife. They asked the wife, "Did you see that?" She goes, "I didn't see anything." Scientists have discovered that beards evolved so that men could take punches, during the hunter-gatherer days. Well, I was just thinking, who could have taken a pretty good punch? It was one of my great aunts. She could have really taken a shot. Donna Ramos-Wurzberger is here. Hey, what's going on? Chops, I'm sorry. I'm trying to bring the news here. But I heard that they might be making an over-the-counter version of Viagra. Did you hear about this?
God, come on, man.
Yeah, I think it's a stretch. But I mean...
over the counter.
I was wondering what the dosage would be. It turns out one size fits all. I mean... Hey, somebody said hello, the Mighty Chops Turner Band and the Disco Dream Band, baby. Yeah,
baby. We ready to roll.
Yeah. A woman swallowed her engagement ring in her sleep while dreaming someone was coming to steal it. The doctors pulled it out with an endoscope. Just wait till after the wedding. She'll be tossing the wedding ring off the Braga Bridge saying, "Why did I marry this loser?"
Oh, man, you crazy, man.
Throw that right down there on the battleship. There you go, right there. And finally, Marlena's still there. That's good. Demonstrators have been demanding that the government reopen, which thank God it finally is. Protesters are chanting, "Open now, open now," except for the criminal court. I don't want my case to ever be heard. Push that back. Well, now let's get to our amazing guest. She is fun. She is talented. She is beautiful. She is an amazing singer. We're on the phone, Miss Marlena Johnson. Good evening, Marlena. How are you?
Good evening.
Thank you very much for being here tonight. Thank you for bearing with us here. Happy Memorial Day from the folks in Fall River. You were once a Miss Fall River.
Yeah, 2015.
Yeah, isn't that something? I mean, we have a lot of people that Miss Fall Rivers and Miss New Bedfords and stuff like that. So that's really great, and I just learned tonight that you were the first ever New Bedford Idol, right? So that was pretty cool, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That was quite a while ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you're a New Bedford person, right? So tell me a little bit about yourself, if you would. You have New Bedford High School, the whole thing, right?
Yep. Well, I moved to New Bedford when I was 11, but I've been here ever since. And I went to Normandin, Roosevelt, New Bedford High. I graduated in 2009. I was a part of all the choirs and the theater program. And right upon graduating high school, I became New Bedford Idol. Then shortly after that, I became Miss New Bedford. And then I got third runner-up at Miss Massachusetts. Then I became Miss Fall River. Then I went to London and performed in a Michael Jackson tribute show. Then I went and did American Idol. Then I had a baby, and
Wow.
now I know, a lot.
Oh, that's quite the resume going over there. That's pretty good. You got a lot going on there.
A lot going on.
Yeah, a lot going on. Well, it's really great to hear all that because you're from a great musical family. Your sister Samantha sings. She was on America's Got Talent. You were on American Idol. And so,
Yeah.
the Johnson girls, man, you guys have been doing your thing for a long time, right?
Yeah, we've been trying. Been trying. She did really well on America's Got Talent. She made the top 8, and that was season 10. And she has like an awesome rendition of California Dreamin' on YouTube.
Yes, I've seen that. Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, you know what's interesting? You were a miss, and anybody can go on YouTube, and a lot of times Marlena might be, a little shy about that. Like, no, but I went on there. No, but I went on there, and you did a rendition back in 2012 of Adele's "Somebody Like You," right? Isn't that what it's called? "Somebody Like You." Someone like you, yeah. And that's a great song. And most of the time, like the judges on American Idol and stuff like that, like, oh, you shouldn't take on a song like that because now people are thinking of the Adele version. But then I was listening to it, and I'm like, hey, she's right there. It was great. Why'd you pick that song?
Yeah. It was just really popular at the time, and it was good in my range, and I just connected with it, and I thought I sounded nice singing it. I love that song. That was like my song for a couple of years.
The thing that really blew me away was the Tom Jones rendition of "I Who Have Nothing, I Who Have No One." I'm like, oh my God, she's singing Tom Jones. This is awesome. That was great. I loved it.
Thank you. I'm definitely proud of that performance. And actually, that's the performance that won me the title of Miss Fall River back in 2015. So it was good.
All right. So now you won the Miss. It wasn't Miss. It was a New Bedford Idol. Excuse me, New Bedford Idol. And you see that guy right there? He was a judge, but we're not really sure it was the same year, right? Like a different year. I mean, he was a judge for the one. I can tell you that
I definitely remember seeing pops. You definitely popped up at rehearsals, and you definitely were a judge. You popped up at some rehearsals, but I remember during the finale you weren't around. So you may have been doing some music.
Right. Long story.
Well, tell me about like you went to American Idol, right? And very popular show, like a lot of these shows are. Of course, American Idol probably like the kind of like the granddaddy of them all. And the clip is on YouTube, and you get Lou Gerben there, you got J-Lo. I mean, I see you up there, and you look really comfortable. And I was thinking, wow, you didn't seem to be intimidated. What was that like being up there in front of big stars like that?
Definitely nerve-wracking and intimidating. And I think the reason why, like looking back on it, the reason why I forgot all the words to that song, I think it was just you had such a short amount of time to learn lyrics, get it down. You're working in a group with other people. You're kind of sleep deprived. And honestly, I chose to like get rest and sleep rather than like study the lyrics, and it bit me in the butt. But honestly, it was a good experience. It was fun.
I was watching it and playing back, and I said, well, she sounded pretty good. You covered it up really well. Like you kind of like went back and forth, and then somebody said, hey, you missed some words. I'm like, she did? Then I went back and I'm like, oh yeah, she did. But it was still good enough. Like they liked it enough to send you through to the next round though. Right?
Yeah, that's kind of like the victory of that story. The group before us, like they sang the same song, Staying Alive, by the Bee Gees, and they all forgot the words, and like we're looking back at each other and like not covering it up well. So then when my group came on, I forgot the words, but like I kind of like, ad-libbed my way through it, and still, we had some choreography. It was just a stronger way to forget the lyrics. And I think
Yeah.
that's why it was like ultimately a success story, you know, and they put us through. So
Hey, that's like
success story.
staying alive, staying alive. All
Hey,
right,
I chose that song.
let's see. Sean Fitzgerald says Marlena is a force of nature. Yeah, that's right. I think that's true. Please type in your comments, say hello. You got any questions for Marlena, or you want to say hello to Chops, or put in a request? We definitely want to do that. Okay, so you do the American Idol experience, then you come back, and now you're starting to work on some material here. You've been writing and getting ready, doing your album. Tell me about that, because to me, it's not easy to write the material that you have to write. What's that like?
Well, I never wrote music. I've written poems, but I could never put melodies and everything together. But last year I met a producer who made all the tracks, all the beats, the instrumentals on the EP, and he kind of just inspired me to start to write. So once I started, it just became easy. So like now I can do it. I probably always could do it, but my shyness, not having confidence, like that really, like that stood in the way. But once I threw that out the window and surrounded myself with the right people, the right musicians, it just came naturally. So I wrote all these songs, and there's more to come. I know there is, but I'm so focused on this EP right now. But we'll definitely be starting to work on the next project.
Well, the EP is coming out next month in June, so look for that, of course. And how many songs are on this EP?
There are 5 songs on the EP.
All right. And it's called Come to Me, and you wrote all 5 songs. So how long does it take? Like some songs come faster than others? Like how does that work?
Yeah, some songs can be written in an hour. Some take a whole night. Others may take a few days, but it pretty much, it comes quick. All the pieces, they're there, and then you just put them together. And like one of the songs on the album, I had my younger sister Kelsey. I had her because I couldn't figure out a melody, so I had her start it. So she came up with the melody, some lyrics, and then we put it down, and then I finished it. So she kind of co-wrote that. But yeah, sometimes it's a joint effort. But it happens naturally.
All right. Quick hello to Michelle and Sarah and Corey and Joanne watching here tonight. And a lot of people are saying hello. We got Suzanne and Pin. We're saying Marlene is a beautiful person and a great singer. So that's very nice to hear. Now, writing music, right? Do you take the lyrics, like do you take, something that happened in your life, something that moved you or something that upset you or something that inspired you, and do you put that into the music?
Yes, because this is like my first time like writing, I was surprised because I've been through like quite a bit of turmoil. Like for the people who know me, like I lost my mother, and then I lost a child, and I just have been through a lot. So I thought that I was going to write about all that sadness, but I ended up writing mainly about like dancing and being close and like being in love and touching bodies and like that kind of like stuff that's on the radio. But there is one song on the album where I kind of dug deep in my like heart and like wrote a song like for my mom, and I'm sure there's more sad and sentimental music, emotional music to come, but this EP is more upbeat and like vibey.
All right. Yeah, I like vibey. Don't you like vibey, Chops?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we're talking to Marlena, and it's like, because we're doing these virtual shows, it's a little difficult for artists, because we're not really in the studio. They're in one place and they're in another. But I was talking to Marlena the other day, and I said, can you give us like a minute of something? It's like, all right, I think she agreed to do, give us like maybe a minute of something. So on the LP, Come to Me, which song do you want to give us a quick sample of?
I'll give a couple lines off of the song that I wrote. The song I wrote about my mom. It's a ballad. It's like more slow, so I can give a little bit of the verse. But I'm actually today, after we get off of here, I'm going to release a promo for like the main single on the EP. So that's going to come out tonight, and that will be available for pre-order and everything.
Oh, that'll be great. We'll absolutely share that, and obviously we wish you a lot of luck. All right, so chops.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, are you doing chores again?
No, no, not yet.
After we get off, you're gonna go do chores again? Okay, all right. Well, anyway, all right. Well, Marlena's agreed to give us a quick little sample. So
Oh man, I can't
here we
wait to
go.
hear
Very
it.
happy to get that, ladies and gentlemen. Here she is, Marlena Johnson.
The song is called Broken. And it starts like this. Wish I could go back in time to make this thing right. But the darkness somehow made you blind. You couldn't see the light. You couldn't see the light. Okay, that's the first verse.
Hey, that's very nice.
I hope you like
that's really nice. Really nice. Yeah, that's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's you write a song and you put your heart and soul into it, and it really means something to you. And they always say like on American Idol or whatever, it's like, oh, we can, there's a connection that you're making to the audience and all that.
Yeah.
So I think you're definitely doing that. So what kind of let's see, we get somebody, Dorothy is saying hello. So hello to Dorothy tonight. A lot of people saying hello from all over the place. Let me know where you're watching from. That's what we'd like to know, because we got people from a lot of New Bedford, Fall River, but also from a lot of different areas. Let's see, Dorothy says, oh yes, very nice song. So good, a lot of positive comments tonight. We like positive comments. And we definitely need more of that right now, says Dorothy. I think that's right. I think that's absolutely right. Well, I know you're just getting done with this LP. So you're thinking to yourself, all right, now I'm getting that behind me. You're talking about how you have more music in you. So going forward, like, you're ready to start working on maybe another project?
Yes. We just sent this project through distribution today. So a month from today, it will be available on Spotify, iTunes, like all the musical platforms where you can download, you can stream it. So that will be available June 25th, which, by the way, is the 11-year anniversary of Michael Jackson. It's a special date. That's why I chose it.
Oh, okay. All right. Yep.
Definitely going to be looking for producers, musicians to collaborate with in regards to like instrumentals for the next project. We kind of did everything in-house with the engineer that I have, Jordan Fernandez. But we're definitely looking to outsource. But we'll see where this one goes, and because a lot of great things can come when you put stuff out. So, but we'll be looking for people to collaborate with for the next project for sure.
Absolutely. I know you've worked a little bit with your sister, so tell me about that. I mean, you're in, like we said, a musical family, and everybody's kind of doing their own thing. So, what's that like, being part of that family? You and your sisters all really enjoy the singing like that.
Honestly, I'm comfortable on stage, but there's definitely like your heart just beats so fast before you go out there. But when I, excuse me, when I perform with my sisters, it's like we just balance each other out, and it's like I'm less nervous. And I mean, not to like brag or anything, but my sisters, our harmonies are like angelic. Like God gave us like these beautiful voices that just blend so beautifully together. And I can't wait. I have a feeling that when we get a little bit older, we may form like a group or something. But right now, my sister just got married. She has a child and she lives in Vegas. And then I'm doing my project now, but we will come back together and do music and I think we could take over, the world with our voices. Like,
well, that's the attitude that you have to have if you want to be successful. No question about it. Absolutely. Well, I saw you guys down at the, I told you at the Greasy Luck, one day I was down there, and you and your sisters were performing, and I thought to myself, wow, the harmonies that you guys put together, and I was like, oh, you guys, I think it was you and Samantha and one of the other sisters, and I'm like, wow, these young ladies are great, and I think probably the fact that your sisters and, you grew up together and so on and so forth, it seems like that's probably an advantage to be able to put those harmonies together like that.
Yeah, honestly, out of the three, well, there's 4 sisters, but 3 of us right now like really sing together. I'm like the weakest when it comes to harmonies. I
Yeah.
have to have them. They have to teach it to me. I can do it, but I'm not the easiest. It's not the easiest for me to find it right away. I'm getting better. You know, I don't play any instruments. My sister plays the flute. She's like a classically trained flautist. My mother taught her, and she just has that musical theory behind her. So she can find those harmonies. She assigns us the harmonies and we sing them.
Yeah, but
Kelsey
you all
and Sam are the
voices, though. You all have the voices, including yourself, because when you hit that high note at the end of even the Tom Jones song or the Adele song, you know, it was like, and even the Saturday Night Fever, right? They let you have a big finish there, right? I don't know if that was planned or not. In fact, even J-Lo or somebody said, "Hey, you had a big finish there. You did. You had a big finish at the end of the Saturday Night Fever song, right?"
Yeah, we planned that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, they both looked at you and you were like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. You know, that was awesome.
Yeah, we had some choreography going on. It definitely worked, especially with the fact that I forgot the words. It really just like it fit. So
all right, shout out to Leo tonight, Margaret Nicolosi, and let's see, we got somebody Hudson Jordanus Lane is saying,
yeah, that's my producer.
Oh yeah, he's saying, "What's up, bro?" I think is he talking to Chops? He's talking to Chops. Well, he could be talking to me too. Actually, come to think of it.
Yeah.
What's this? Soup, my dude. Soup, my dude. He says.
Sup, my dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a little more hip here. You know. Anyway.
Yeah. Sup, my dude.
All right. Well, I real quick, because I was talking to you about American Idol before. What did you do? Where did you have to go to Boston or New York to wait in line to get on there? How did that all happen?
Actually,
there's a story to this. I can see by your facial expression.
They actually reached out to me and asked me if I would be interested in participating in the farewell season.
Why is that?
So, well, I think the producers for American Idol, I think, are the same producers for like America's Got Talent. So maybe they knew my sister, so maybe they saw, my videos and saw us singing together, and then asked if I'd be interested in being on the show. So then I went right out and auditioned right in front of J-Lo and all them.
Wow, that's great. Oh, so the first,
yeah, it was awesome.
Where did you go for the very first time in front of the judges? Was it like Boston, or you had to go to California?
I went to California, San Francisco.
And then eventually LA, right?
Yep, then LA and then Hollywood.
Yeah, because they give you the little yellow paper and they say, "You're going to Hollywood."
Yep, they did. Hey, honestly, when I sang my song, J-Lo she looked at me and she said, "Are you sure you're ready for this? This is millions of people." And I'm like, I think I'm ready. That's what I said. I think.
I was looking at the clip on YouTube. So then they went, "Okay, we're gonna send you through to the next round." So then the door opens, and I think there was like family there or something like that. And the other two young ladies were jumping on their family, and you were like in the background. You were doing like one of these, like, yeah, right. Yeah, you were dancing in the background. You remember that? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's right. Go NB, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So again, before we let you go, we really appreciate you coming by. We're happy that you're a good sport and you like to laugh around with Chops and I over here. So you put this album together. How long did it take you to do it, would you say?
Honestly, we started working on this in March.
Wow. Yeah, that's actually pretty quick.
But we have a studio, so we're in the studio
all the time.
So it's easy access.
Is the studio here in the New Bedford area?
Yep, the studio right now, it's a home studio. It's Studio 20 NB. It's in the West End. We're always taking new clients. Yep.
All right. So after we let you go, you're going to have a promo running. Is that right? Tell me about that again.
Yes. We have the main single on the EP is "Come to Me." It's like a dancey pop track. We're very confident in it. We're confident in all the songs, but this song I feel is the hit of the album. We put together a little promo video. It was actually Tyson Motry who put it together. He's been doing the graphic design for the EP.
Mhm.
So I'm going to release that tonight when we get off. And the actual single is coming out June 9th.
All right, that is fantastic. Well, we're going to be back in the studio. We have somebody out here. Philip McDonald says hello. Keep up the great work
Hi.
over there. So yeah, we are going to be back. We're going to be back in our little studio, hopefully pretty soon, and that way we can maybe hopefully have you come back. You're going to be releasing the thing in June, so then maybe later on, if you would, if you can take it, we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you come back in the studio. Then maybe you can bring like some music, and then you can really, instead of giving us that little blurb, you can like really let it go,
Yeah, I can perform it.
And then Chops will give you like the the American Idol critique.
Okay.
I like the way you made that your own, that whole thing. So so check out Marlena on YouTube. You get the new LP coming out, Come to Me. Some great music on there, all written by her. Some nice ballads on there and a nice pop upbeat music, which we all love. So Marlena, thanks a lot for being with us tonight. And we hope to catch up with you again real soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, Marlena Johnson. How about that, Chops? All right. Yeah. All right. She's great. All right. I think last week they want to hear the little temps there, just give us like 20 seconds or something from the temps.
Okay.
A little temps on me.
I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg, please, for your sympathy, I don't mind, 'cause you mean that much to me. Ain't too proud to beg, sweet darling, please don't leave me, girl. Ain't too proud to plead, baby, please don't leave me, girl.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Somebody mentioned the temptation of like you can't go wrong with the temps, In fact,
right.
we saw in the Melody tent they had what was left of, a few of them have passed away, but the Temptations, the Four Tops, and all that. Oh man, they were great. They're like elder, a lot of them are older gentlemen and so forth.
Right.
So Dorothy says she's dancing in her chair. All right, and let's see. Erica Correa's coming up. Miss Gaming Teen in a few weeks. And as we said, Ken Richards, Trey Sullivan, rapper, singer Morcane. And we're going to be getting your friend there, Joey Cherienza, the Frank Sinatra imitator. He's really awesome. He's got a tuxedo, Frank Sinatra's tuxedo, and he actually bought the thing. He was singing with the Frank Sinatra tuxedo.
I know, man. He's great too, man.
I mean, if that doesn't give you like a little lift, that'll
lift you up.
If you knew that you were wearing a tuxedo, right, you'd be like, oh yeah. I mean, fly me to the moon.
Oh man, that makes you sing too.
All right, you did. Obviously, it's tough for performers like yourself, but you told me that you did a private gig. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Yeah, yesterday. Outside.
That must have felt good.
In a cushion.
Oh, that must have been fun, right?
Fun, yeah. It was fun to be out there, man. It was really fun, man. It was really fun. I enjoyed it.
All right. Well, as we said, let me see. Next week we have another former Mr. Bedford, former Mrs. Massachusetts, and Mrs. Rhode Island, Misty Nordstrom will be here. The following week, Leon Monte, our friend Leon Monte, will be back. And then it's Ken Richards, Trey Sullivan, as I said, rapper, singer, Morcane. And we want to thank our guests tonight. And as Marlene is still there, so we're going to say goodbye. There she is.
Yeah.
She had a chance to make a run for it, but she's still there. That's good. Hey, thanks again for being with us. I'm Paul Santos for the show, and we'll see you next Monday at 7:30 right here in the Bedford Guide, Fall River Reporter, and Paul Santos Guide. Thanks to Marlena at the Chops, and we'll see you next week. Good night.
Good job, Marlena. Sounds so wonderful.
Thank you.